Hello, and thank you for joining our webinar today. My name is Hernan, and I am with QNAP. I want to thank, first of all, Control4 and yourselves for attending this webinar today. Today we're going to talk about a little bit about us, QNAP, and a little bit about our products and how they tie in with Control4 and how this is going to benefit you as the Control4 dealers in using our products in conjunction with Control4. So a little bit about what we're going to talk about today. Here's our agenda. We are going to be talking about, again, a little bit about us, a little bit about our products, our hardware, which makes us unique, an introduction of a couple of our products, and one is the QNAP NVR network video recorders, and how that works within the Control4 environment, and last, how everything ties in, how we're going to connect everything, and how these things all work together. So let's get the ball rolling. We're going to talk about features and applications, and talking about media storage and personal cloud. Okay, so the evolution of the personal cloud. When we talk about evolution of personal cloud, we are talking about we're referencing storage similar to ours, like a network video. A network attached storage system where people can access files, folders, multimedia from one location. It can be a remote location, destination, and be able to view, to edit, and to monitor this information. The first hurdle in the first generation was mobile app access, and that was really important and really pivotal in storage and in cloud, because obviously everyone is on the road and everybody has a smartphone. Everybody wants to be able to access their information and data on the road and on the run. So what we did is we implemented our mobile apps. These are all proprietary that QNAP developed, and it gives the user the ability to access their information, whether it's multimedia streaming, whether it's photo, and it works inversely. You can actually upload as well as download. So that was one of our first generation hurdles that we accomplished. The second one was apps, and so because the QNAP systems are built on Linux platform, it gives ability to similar to your smartphone or your tablets, to utilize applications, apps. So within the system where you can actually download apps. Some of them are third party, some of them are QNAP, and it helps you get your job done. Whatever you're doing, whether it's multimedia, whether it's backing up media, whether it's streaming media, there's an app for that. So that was the second generation. The third generation was ability, and that's where we're at now. And this is a milestone in the storage industry, is the ability to use your QNAP NAS as a standalone PC. So what you can do is you connect. It has USB connections, obviously, and what you do is you connect your mouse to it, your keyboard, and a monitor, HDMI monitor, and it's a standalone PC. So you can actually utilize it independently without having to use another PC, laptop, or even a media player. You can actually do it directly within our system. So that's a third generation. So again, a little bit about us. We are a manufacturer. We manufacture our own systems, we design our own systems, and we develop our own software in-house. We do everything. We are located in Southern California. For those of you that are interested, we're in Pomona, California, and from there we build our systems. Those are built in Taiwan, and we distribute everything from Southern California up to Canada, all the way down to Latin America. So high performance. We pride ourselves in our hardware. Okay, obviously, because like I mentioned, we're a hardware manufacturer, so that is our strong point, that we build our own systems. We have full control of our systems. They're easy to use, and the reason we do this, obviously, it's very painstaking sometimes in creating certain features and functions. So what we've done is we made that easy. Obviously, the hard work is being done in the background with a lot of coding, But in the foreground, the GUI, we made it simple, and I think that's important to be able to get the job done without having to, to pick up a manual and constantly trying to figure things out. We've made this very simple now. Intuitive user interface. Again, the ability to click 2 buttons and you're up and running. Okay, and that's important to us to be able to get the job done, not having to fumble through a lot of steps. Easy to share and back up your media files. So it's similar to sort of a Dropbox sort of methodology where you can actually share, right click, create a link, and share it to a customer or family member. Then you can, the link will expire. You tell it when to expire, so they can download whatever you send them. Another thing that is important and for us is the HDMI output. Okay, now our systems have HDMI output, which is a big advantage for yourself and for us because you can stream media directly from the system. Okay, so not only does it work as a server that houses media, multimedia, but it also streams it as well. So in essence, it's sort of a 2-in-1 for media. And this is accomplished by XBMC. So XBMC is built in, and that's what allows us to, that's the interface we use to stream the HDMI. Supported hardware, online and offline transcoding. This reverts again back to mobility and the mobile apps. There was a time when the NAS systems were great storage. The only problem is that we're watching a high quality video, trying to stream it through your network out through the internet onto your mobile phone, which is literally impossible. So what we do is we transcode. So we have hardware transcoding that actually will reduce the size of the file that's being transferred so you can view it smoothly, similar to what YouTube does and other online video websites. We do the same thing from the storage side. Is we will actually transcode that, so make that stream smooth and easy, and it does it automatically, whether it's 3G, 4G, or Wi-Fi or landline. So again, really important. Virtualization station. Again, we are pioneers in this. Where you can actually load a Windows operating system onto our system, which is the Linux system. So through virtualization. So when that comes on board, it's included. It happens to be one of the free features that comes with the system. So share files, like I mentioned, the ability to share files and cross-platform, whether it's a Mac, Apple, whether it's a Linux, whether it's a Windows or an Android system, you can actually share all these files within just one simple NAS. Everything and everyone's connected to it, so it's really good for centralization. Supports Samba, CIFS, NFS, AFP, and FTP. And again, you'll be able to access these folders. And like I said, once you get it on the internet, you can access it anywhere in the world. Shared storage. Again, being able to access your stuff, not only access it, but at the same time store it. So you can upload stuff and store it and save it wherever you are, wherever you're traveling, you're on the road, doing work on the road. You'll be able to access this information, whether it's sending information or whether it's receiving information. You'll be able to create this using the QNAP products. Home Media Center, again, very important. What we utilize is Plex Media Server, AirPlay, which is DLNA servers, XBMC, which is built in, okay, and obviously the Control4 environments and everything that ties in together within the Control4 that makes this happen. So again, next generation private cloud storage. Okay, as I mentioned, these are obviously exclusives. Like I said, these are milestones in the NAS storage industry. Virtualization station to run a Windows operating system within a Linux box is unheard of, but we've actually done that. We do that now. HD station, HDMI outputs. So now you can connect it directly and play all your media. So this is actually a streamer, so which is really nice. You don't have to buy another system. If you have a QNAP, you can stream directly from the system itself within a Control4 environment. Again, hardware transcoding. It's not software, it's actually hardware. So our CPU and our RAM is actually doing this work, which makes it a lot more efficient, a lot smoother. So App Center, again, hundreds of apps to make your lives a lot easier, whether it's storing actual data, whether it's storing multimedia or streaming multimedia. Rest assured that there's an app for that. HD Station. So the HD Station is how we get the multimedia out. Okay. So this is a way to connect your NAS, your QNAP NAS directly onto a monitor, television monitor. Okay, and you play it. You play it directly using a mouse and a keyboard, or one of our remote controls, or you can use a Control4 remote control, or you can use a third-party remote control, or an app remote control. So there's a lot of ways to accomplish this. It supports 7.1 surround sound. Okay, and again, it all fits in perfectly nestled within a Control4 environment. Now the QV PC, okay, now the ability to connect your monitor and your keyboard and your mouse directly to the QNAP system to utilize it, sort of a PC-based system. So it does come built in with Chrome. Okay, so you can browse, etc. You can browse that. So if you need to download things or upload things or stream things, you can actually do it utilizing the Chrome browser. And again, it's connected directly into your monitor with a mouse, a keyboard. So it's a standalone system. Transcoding. I can't emphasize the importance of transcoding and how important it is, because it allows viewers, it allows yourself, your customers to view their multimedia on the go without having it be choppy, without a lot of rendering, without a lot of buffering. So this is again, this is a milestone, and it works great. It's an incredible thing. It's great for your customers to be able to view their multimedia while they're traveling. Again, on the transcoding, powerful enough to transcode 4K resolution video files. Okay, so that's how powerful it is. And again, the only reason you can this is able to happen is because it's hardware accelerated. This is being done with our processors and with our hardware. So this is not a software feature. It's actually hardware, and that's the reason why it gets it done and done so fast. So let's talk a little bit about QTS4. Okay, now the QTS4 is our operating system. It's what we call our operating system. Right now, it's at the QTS 4.1 version. Okay, so again, it's an all-new design. It's easy to use. You got the menu is really easy easy on the eyes, easy to utilize. Obviously, you have those large icons. You know it's a photo station. You know it's a music station. Download. And you just see the icon and you recognize it and you know what to do. Okay, so again, it's very, very easy to use, intuitive, and very easy to find a lot of things that you're looking for. Again, the possibilities are limitless. There's hundreds of apps that you can utilize. If you need be, you can develop apps as well. You can use a third-party app developer similar to that of apps that are created for smartphones, and create your own app if you need for the use of our QNAP within the Control4 environment. So it makes a lot of sense to be able to do these where you can actually be more creative and more in tune to your system and your products. We have live demos. I welcome you to take a look at them. Just stop by QNAP.com. Okay, and it's down around the bottom right-hand side quadrant of our website. You'll see it says live demo. You click on the link, and it'll take you over to the login, and the account is QNAP, and password is QNAP. So you guys can actually play with this and take a peek at it and see kind of how it looks. So, and I recommend it if you guys do have time. Please take a minute to review that. So here's our NAS models available in the Control4 store. And again, we are very happy to announce that we are listed on the Control4 website and portal to be able to purchase these products directly from Control4. What we're looking at here are a few products, okay? And if you notice, we'll start with the bottom, okay? And we call these home and work group NAS systems, storage systems, okay, and these have Celeron dual-core processors, okay, 2.41 gig. So you know, they're mid-range, they're home and work group, okay. So again, they do come with the HDMI, they do come with everything that we discussed, but a little lower price point than, for example, let's say the next level up, which is a high-end home, okay, which comes with a more stronger processor. Comes with the Intel 1.3 dual-core 3.3 processor, which is actually stronger and faster. So it does the job a lot faster. It's more robust. And again, a lot has to do with the job at hand. With what are you going to do? What does your customer want? How are you going to architect this? Are they a casual user? Are they a power user when it comes to multimedia? Are they, you know, maybe they're multimedia professionals that demand for higher quality streaming to view their products on? Well, that's fine. We have a product for them. And again, we have the lower end and we have the higher end to meet your customers' needs. The 51 series. Again, it's strong Celeron-based processing. It has plenty of memory. The memory can be upgraded to 4 gigs if need be, actually to 8 gigs. We do provide them with up to 4 gigs, but you can actually expand them up to 8 gigs if need be. Okay, and what it does, it gives you a really much more higher performance, a read and write speed on your disks. So again, the ability to really match up what the customer is doing is really important to figure out, okay, how much storage are you doing versus how much streaming are you doing? You know, how much multimedia are you doing? So to be able to you know, to work with the customer on that and sort of customize their system is important. The 70 series, the TS-70 PRO series, again, a little more robust, okay, for the more power user. Comes with a Core i3 processor, Intel, dual core processing, okay, and again, these come with 2 gigs of RAM, and they're upgradable to 8 gigs of RAM. Okay, so and they're easy to upgrade. You just lift the back, slide in the card, and it's up and running. Just reboot the system, and you're good to go. So. Again, any questions, concerns, we're here. We're easy to get a hold of. Control4 has a lot of information about this as well. They can help you, but we're very easy to get a hold of, easy to contact, and we'll be more than happy to help you out. Do you have any more technical questions? Okay, so here's a view of our front panel. Okay, a little bit about some of the indicators. So if we'll start with the top right-hand side, and this is our IR. So this is our infrared receiver, and that's on the top right-hand side. And we have the Enter button and Select button, so you can kind of toggle through and use the front screen for setting things up. Okay. We also have beneath that to the left-hand side are the LED indicators. Okay, which is the status, the USB, and the LAN. So you can actually view that and know exactly what's going on in your system without it even being on a monitor. You can actually, it'll give you indicators. LED indicators as well. Okay, and that's the power of the hard drives, letting you know that everything is running smooth on them. So it's green. Green is good. Power button. Obviously, it has the word power on it, so that's easy to see there. One-touch copy button. Okay, and that gives you the ability to insert a USB drive and to back up any files instantly. So it's one button. It shoots a snapshot on your thumb drive, and so in case there's an emergency, something happens, you need to get and go, you can just press that and you're out the door with your very important information and data. So again, we're going to talk about what these lights are. Okay, and what they do. Sort of a little rule of thumb when it comes to our lights. I know some people do it different, but this is kind of how we do it. System status. Okay, red, green. Obviously, red is not good. Green is good. Okay, USB is blue. Okay, that means we're good to go. The LAN line is orange. Okay, and that's indicative of networking. So orange means that it's good and it's working. Sometimes you get some blinking, and that's very common. So On the hard drives, we have red and green. Obviously, like I mentioned, the green is good, the red is not good. That means there's something going on with the hard drives, and it's letting you know that you might want to take a look at that. Okay, and so the power light is green. So, and that comes in the 770 Pro series, where you'll see a little indicator light. It's a little redundant because obviously if that light's on and the other ones aren't, then there's a problem. This way, I mean, you can tell the screen's on, the lights are blinking. That means the power's on. So, again, indicators. We're going to touch on this a little bit again. Flashing green and red, you know, every half a second. Okay, that means this is what it means. It means the hard drive on the NAS is being formatted. Okay, the NAS is being initialized. The system firmware is being updated. RAID rebuilding in progress. Online RAID expansion is in progress, or online RAID level migration is in progress. So that's sort of an indicator, a rule of thumb of why is it blinking, you know, every half a second. So it's a quick little intermittent blink. So that's what's going on. So red, the hard drive is invalid, and as I mentioned, once you see that red light, that's obviously an instant indicator to let you know there's something going on here with your NAS or with your hard drive. So it's telling you to let's take a look at it. So it can be either number one, the hard drive is invalid. Okay. Number two, the disk volume has reached its full capacity, so it'll notify you. Okay. So that way you can continue recording or doing backup or you know, sending information on your storage, and it'll let you know that, hey, you know what, you're at capacity, full capacity. And you can indicate whether you want the full capacity to be at 80%, 90%, 95%, and when this indicator will start telling you. So it gives you a little buffer. The disk volume is going to be full, so that's telling you also. The system fan is not functioning, red light. There's an error occurred when accessing read or write, which means it's either not playing right or it's not recording right, red light. So a bad sector is detected on the hard drives. Again, unfortunately, it's nature of the business. Sometimes hard drives fail. You know, I mean, that's just the way hard drives are. They're not perfect. So the good thing about and the great thing about QNAP is that we do RAID. So you can RAID your hard drives. It, you know, creates a mirror of the actual data. In case you lose one hard drive, then you still have the data on another drive. So very important. So again, the red light blinking will tell you the NAS is in degraded read-only mode, okay, or the hardware self-test error is running. So again, you see that red light, so you want to log into the system, and it's very intuitive. It'll tell you exactly what's going on. It'll tell you, hey, this is what's going on. So very important. And again, it's an important feature, and so it gives you that information. Okay, flashing red light every 0.5 seconds. So again, it's intermittent, it's quick, a little sharp button, a little sharp light. So that means the NAS is in degraded mode. Okay, so that means one of the members of the drive, whether it's RAID 1, 5, or 6, is in degraded mode. It means something's going on there. Take a look. So when something flashes green every 0.5 seconds, okay, then the NAS is starting up, or the NAS is not configured, or a hard drive is not formatted. So, and again, these are visual indicators. You can always log into the system, and the system will tell you in itself. There's a little handy pop-up tool that tells you exactly what's going on with the system at any given point. These are just physical exterior indicators that'll help you as well. Green, solid green means the NAS is ready to go and you're set. Everything's running fine. Okay, and off means all the hard drives in the NAS are in standby mode. Okay, so, and again, these are indicators that help you along as you're troubleshooting, as you're working with systems. You'll know exactly what to expect. System status, okay, indicators. Again, the orange is indicative of LAN connections. Okay, so sometimes you see it blinking a little, sort of, you know, a Cat5 connection or a landline connection. That means it's just working. Okay, that means there's something coming in and out of it. So it's very common. Hard drives, again, flashing red, the disk data is being accessed, okay, but there's errors on it, so there's something not recording right, so something you want to take a look at. And again, it's indicative of hard drives to unfortunately fail at times, so this is something that you might want to, you know, always keep an eye on. Okay, flashing green, the data is being accessed, okay, and green, the hard disk can be accessed and it's ready to go. Okay, so flashing blue now this is now a blue light, and this is on the USB. Okay, so USB flashes every 0.5 seconds. Okay, that means the USB device is being detected. Okay, or the USB device is being removed from the NAS. Okay, USB or the USB device connected to the front of the NAS is being accessed as well. So because it has several different connectors on it, it has one on the front and it has 4 in the back. So and they all have little lights on it, so it kind of tells you exactly what's going on. Blue in the front, okay, will tell you that the USB device is detected after the device is mounted. So once you insert it, it mounts. The little light will turn on. It'll tell you that it's ready to go. Okay, so you can actually see that that physical light turn on, as opposed to the being in the system itself, where you can see it. This will actually tell you that it's ready to go. Okay, now the USB light is off. Then that means the USB device is not detected, or that the NAS has finished copying the data from the NAS to the USB port. Okay, so it's basically telling you that the job is done. Okay, so, and again, all this can be seen within the interface as well, the GUI. So let's take a look at the back panel of our systems. Okay, we're going to start with number 1, okay, the expansion slot. Okay, and what this allows you to do is connect several other different NAS systems to it, and NAS storage expansion units to it, so you can grow your system. It continues to expand and grow and grow and grow. So it's just neat for you and your customers to be able to grow. So number 2 is, and you can see down here, it's the eSATA connection, okay, for external hard drives. Number 3 is the USB, and that's what we talked about, was the USB connectors that I mentioned. And you can see here, there's 2 USB 3s and 2 USB 2s in the back. And like I mentioned, there's 1 in the front as well. Excuse me. So the LAN, as you can see, 4. Okay, and you can see number 4 here, the LAN connections, the LAN lights when it's connected, and it has dual LANs for redundancy, so you can actually connect them on 2 different switches, 2 different power supplies, or you can do different port trunkings and so you can do different offloading functions as well, and that's all controlled within the system. And number 5 at the very bottom is the HDMI. Okay, so and that's the output. You'll be able to connect to the HDMI. Okay, and be able to stream movies from there. So, okay, beeps. It actually makes noises. So, and these are again good when you are working, when you're installing the systems. It gives you indicators and beeps, letting you know step by step what's going on. Okay, so a short beep, a little quick half a second beep, means the NAS is starting up. Okay, means the NAS is being shut down as well. It means the user presses the button to reset the NAS. So if you hold the NAS down to reset it, okay, for about 5 seconds, it'll beep beep, and then it'll restart itself. So it's actually restarting itself, similar to a PC. Okay, and number 4, that the system firmware has been updated. So once you select your firmware to be updated, it'll make the same half a second beeping sound. Okay, and that's just 1 sound. So if you hear it beeping 3 times, then that means that the user tries to copy the NAS data to external drive, but cannot be copied. So remember that 1, 2, 3 beeps, it didn't work. So you might want to try it again. Okay, and now if it's beeping every 3 to 5 minutes, means the system fan is out of function. Okay, and this is an important one. So you don't want the system to overheat. So it'll give you that that indicator as well. Okay, long beep. So this is a longer beep, maybe a minute and a second and a half, 2 seconds. That it tells you this. It tells you that disk volume is going to be full, or the disk volume has reached its full capacity. The hard drives on the NAS are in degraded mode. So the user starts the hard drive rebuilding process. Again, you get a longer beep. The hard drive is plugged in or out. Then it'll give you that longer, almost a 2-second beep. So not only do you have the lights, but you have audio as well to help you install our systems. Long beep, 1.5 seconds, and it's just a 1 beep. That means the NAS is turned off by force, or shut down, or hardware shutdown. So sort of a hard shutdown. The NAS has been turned on successfully, and it's ready to go. So you'll get a 1.5 second 1 beep, and that's good. It means it's ready to go. So how do you choose a NAS? So how do you go about picking? I mean, obviously we have a lot of NAS. We have the 51 series. We have the 70 series. What is best, for me? What is best for my customer, and how do I differentiate the both? Well, first of all, let me tell you that all of our systems come with the exact same software. Well, actually, it's firmware, but they all come with the same features and the bells and whistles as every other product does. And all of our products, they all come with the same interface and the same features. Okay. Now, what we're looking at is how do you know what your customer needs? And again, you have typical home users. For example, like myself, I love watching movies, and I'll sit down, maybe watch a movie a day, or I'll sit on a Sunday, watch a couple more movies, and for me that's fine, and I back up my movies and video files and music, and I'm a casual, what I consider a casual user. So, and then we have other people who are media, who love multimedia, media freaks, or just love streaming movies and listening to audio all day and have high-end systems, and they love, their multimedia is their life. It's perhaps they work in the industry, perhaps they make multimedia, or they're just really avid fans of media, and high-end audio products. And so then you might want to consider the 70 series for them as opposed to the 51 series. So let's talk about QNAP VIOSTOR, okay? And QNAP VIOSTOR is what we call our NVR. It actually has its name, and it's VIOSTOR. So if you're here, oh yeah, I have a VIOSTOR, it's a QNAP. Vice versa, I have a QNAP, then rest assured that that obviously you can run the surveillance on it as well. So let's talk about this a little bit. It's cutting-edge web management system. So similar to the QNAP NAS system, the storage system, it is Linux-based. Okay, it's, as a matter of fact, their systems look identical. They're actually sister products. The only difference is that this system, the NVR, only does surveillance. Okay, so it's only a surveillance system. That's all it does. Where the other systems do the storage and the multimedia. Okay, so you can do live view. Okay, so you can monitor. You can see live view. You can see, your cameras connected to it. Okay, you can expand to up to 128 cameras from one system, okay, in several NVRs. Okay, one NVR can go up to 64, cameras if need be. It's larger systems. So let's talk a little bit about what else. So it does have again, web-based, local viewing, and how does that get done? By the HDMI connection. So you're actually connected into the HDMI onto a monitor, so now you can see all your cameras for your HDMI. Okay, so, and again, this ties in within Control4. So ability to just press one button, the NVR button, and all of a sudden the screen turns on and you can see all your cameras. And you can actually toggle around using the remote control, using the Control4 remote control. So, whether you're zooming in or zooming out, it's all done within the Control4 remote. So it's very interesting. So let's say you're sitting in the comfort of your home, relaxing, watching a movie. All of a sudden, you hear a noise. All you have to do is press that NVR button, and you are watching now the camera. Okay, and there you can select, using the same remote control, select what camera you want to view. Okay, and from there you can toggle, pan, tilt, zoom out, zoom in, and kind of look around and see what that noise is. So it comes in very handy. You don't have to switch systems. It's on the fly and it's ready to go. It supports about 2,300 different cameras. Okay, that's a little over, I think that's like 93 brands of camera manufacturers. We do have a mobile app as well. So if you're on the go, you get a notification of motion detection. You can actually check your smartphone to see that camera, to see what that motion was. So our NVR models, okay, they come in a flavor of 2-bay, okay, and that's in 4, 8, and 12 channels. Okay, so you can go up to 12 cameras on these systems. Okay, and each one of the systems can hold up to 6 terabytes per bay. Okay, so this one would be 12 terabytes in total. Okay, if you put in a 6 terabyte hard drive, and again, being able to connect to whether it's 4, 8, or 12 cameras, and access it and view it and monitor it through HDMI. Again, you take a peek at go to QNAP.com. Okay, take a peek at this demo, and you can see the actual live cameras. Okay, you can click on them, you can move them around, you know, you can try them out and kind of see how that user interface works. So it's very unique and very interesting, and how easy it is. You can click on some of the settings and take a peek to see how simple it is to set up as well. It's very simple to use and install. So how do these work? How does everything tie in? We talked about, you know, a couple products: storage, streaming, and surveillance. But how do we connect this? How does this all work and tie into Control4 environment? So let's take a look here. So what makes everything work is the certified drivers. Okay, so all of the QNAP devices are SDDP built in. So that it all comes with this included in our firmware. Okay, just make sure that the NAS system, the storage system, that it does have the 4.0.1 or above firmware. And the NVR, make sure that it has the 5.0 or above firmware. Okay, and this will get it going. This will get you going because it already comes with the SDDP built in. Okay, so the drivers are ready to go. So with the QNAP NAS, with the storage, again, it works as a media server, so it stores everything. It stores all your multimedia, stores all your libraries, and it syncs within the Control4 movie library. Okay, so it syncs with it. Whereas the QNAP NAS HD station, it acts more as a media player. Okay, and it streams. Remember, it has the HDMI output, so you can get that out to a monitor or several monitors. Okay, or an HDMI switch and share that. So again, you can play high definition movies, 4K videos from the actual system itself. So, and now our NVRs, which is our NVR. Okay, again, HDMI output directly onto your monitor as well. So you would be selecting a different input, and so you can just toggle back and forth from your NAS to your NVR to view again your cameras. So it's a quick view. DVR experience. So, and again, very easy to set up. So for the QNAP storage only, okay. So again, auto sync with video. So it's really interesting. Once you can continue to add movies, multimedia, and it auto syncs. You don't have to go in and click a sync button to make sure that everything's getting in there. It does it instantly. Okay, so again, something very unique and something that a lot of people were asking for. Well, we have it now. So the second you get new media files is the second that they are able to play. Okay, so no more refreshing, no more clicking that button, no more waiting for your media to come in. It's going to be there. Okay, so I think it's every 30 seconds, so which is great. I mean, that's exactly the time you want to make sure that you have fresh media. You don't have to sit there and wait. So again, and so you can see here the remote control and the Control4. Okay, and browsing movies through HDMI. Obviously a Control4 compatible player, and the QNAP down here at the bottom. It's the slim form factor one we have down here. Okay, and that one acts as a storage device, so you'll be able to access all of your media files from the actual QNAP itself. So here's a little bit about how this is done. Okay, you add the NAS from the Discover tab. Okay, you set up the properties in the system design. You enter the MAC address. Okay, the intervals. You can tell it to how often to check for new media. Okay, then you add the network attached storage in the My Drivers. Okay, then you create the shared folders, and obviously you need passwords. Okay, then you scan the media in the media. Okay, and then you add scan actions in the events of the QNAP NAS driver in the programming to tell it exactly what to do. So, and so again, sort of a synopsis, an overview, but again, we are here to help you, to walk you through this. If you have any questions, concerns, we'll be more than happy to, to kind of get you going on this. I know the first time is always the most difficult, but after that, then everything seems to work out. You guys will get it. So the QNAP HD station, okay, and what we're doing here is more of a streaming, okay, more of a player than it is obviously a storage. So we have the Control4 remote, the Control4 system here, okay, and as you can see here, the home network. And then we have the QNAP. And the QNAP is connected directly via HDMI to the monitor. Okay, so this is what allows the Control4 to control, you know, what you're watching, what you're going to watch, be able to change the media feeds that are coming in using the QNAP. Okay, so the HD station installation, it's the same as a QNAP NAS driver. Okay, the only difference is you're going to allow programs on other systems to be controlled by XBMC. So you got to make sure that is allowed also, because the XBMC is the one that's, remember, is our interface for multimedia. So they got to talk, okay, to the Control4. So now the NVR and how it works. Again, very similar to the media streaming, okay, to the player. As you can see, the setup is the same. And why? Because it's actually, you're just taking in a feed, an HDMI feed, okay, and getting it onto your Control4, so be able to toggle through and toggle over to view your cameras. So once that's set up, then you go into the settings, okay, and you add the NVR, okay, obviously from the Discover tab, set up the properties in the system design, credentials, password, etc. Okay, and then you come in and you can customize the buttons, okay, and how you want, what button's going to do what and how are you going to do it, okay. So then you install the remote control agent and the NVR App Center, okay, and then you enable the anonymous access, okay, and then you remember the password. Obviously, so you have to keep entering it in, okay. So, and again, this is an overview, a synopsis of what to do. We're more than happy to help you out. You guys walking through this, and all of a sudden you need some help, just give us a call. We can definitely help you out. Okay. Which driver should I use? Okay, for the QNAP NAS. Okay, NAS without HDMI. Okay, it's version 4.1.0 or above. Okay, and for the QNAP NAS HD station, which is the high definition station, that's what's a NAS with HDMI, which is the 51 and the 70 series, because they have the the HDMI output. Okay, and that's version 4.1.0 or above. Okay, and the QNAP NVR, which is our surveillance system. Okay, and that one is version 5.0.1 or above. Hard drive recommendations. Again, take a look at our website. Our website has everything, and right smack in the middle, you'll see a hard drive compatibility list. Okay, so it's important to take a look at that. Okay, and you can there's a nice list of hard drives listed there. Everything from from different manufacturers, different sizes, perhaps you might need. You'll find them there. Contact information. Again, we're very easy to get a hold of. We're located in Southern California, but we also have offices located in. We have an office in Florida. We have an office in Santa Clara. We have one in Pomona, California. So if you need a little bit of assistance, we can help you out on the East Coast. Our support team is here early, which is 6 a.m. Pacific time. So fairly early to help you guys out if you're on the East Coast. If you're on the West Coast, we're here obviously to help you out as well. So easy to get a hold of, easy to contact. So we'd be more than happy to help you out. Any questions or concerns, give us a call. Our website again is very informative. It has a lot of information, a lot of details as well. I recommend you guys stopping by, taking a look at it, trying our demos, and seeing what all this is about. So, again, my name's Hernan. On behalf of QNAP, I want to thank you for your time, and I also want to thank Control4 for their continued support in our products. Thank you very much, and have an excellent day.